So there we were, at our annual family camping trip, a cherished tradition filled with laughter, questionable navigation skills, and that one cousin who insists on bringing something utterly unnecessary every year. This time, it was my cousin Dave, and his latest acquisition, a solar-powered stove. Now, Dave has always been the kind of guy to fall for those late-night infomercials, so we weren't entirely surprised when he showed up with what looked like a high-tech pizza box claiming it could harness the sun's power to cook a 5-star meal. The rest of us, armed with our humble butane burners and marshmallow sticks, were intrigued but skeptical. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, signaling the start of our first night's feast, Dave proudly announced he'd be cooking dinner for everyone. As the stars twinkled overhead, and the forest around us began to quiet down, we gathered around Dave's solar-powered stove with a mix of curiosity and anticipation. Dave, with all the confidence of a seasoned chef, placed a raw steak on the stove's grill, adjusted the mirrored panels, and stepped back with a flourish, waiting for magic to happen. Minutes passed, then a quarter of an hour, and yet the steak remained stubbornly raw. Dave fiddled with the contraption, angling it this way and that, muttering something about solar alignment and reflective efficiency. The rest of us, ever the supportive family, offered helpful suggestions like maybe it needs batteries or try turning it off and on again. Despite Dave's increasingly frantic attempts to capture non-existent sunlight, the steak remained as cold as the night air. Meanwhile, our own cooking setups were delivering beautifully charred hot dogs and gooey s'mores, much to Dave's chagrin. Eventually, Dave threw in the towel, admitting defeat as he joined us by the fire. It was then he noticed the slight smirk on Uncle Joe's face, who had been quietly observing the entire debacle with seasoned amusement. Uncle Joe, ever the prankster, finally leaned over and whispered something in Dave's ear that made him go pale before bursting into laughter. Turns out, Dave's solar-powered stove was nothing more than a glorified camping mirror he'd been duped into buying. Uncle Joe had switched out the labels as a gentle reminder of Dave's gullibility. We all had a good laugh, and Dave, in a rare moment of humility, admitted, "Well, I guess it was a reflection of my poor shopping skills."